Welcome to The Explainer. What if I told you that a pop song could be your secret weapon for learning a new language? Today we're going to prove it. We are going to find the entire blueprint for Italian grammar, and it's all hidden inside just one song. So why does this work so well? I mean, what's the magic here? It's because music, it hooks language directly to our emotions. You're not just memorizing a word from a list, you're actually feeling it in the rhythm, in the melody. And that is what helps it stick in your brain so much better. Yeah, think about it, right? You get all the repetition you need, but without the boredom of flashcards. You start to build this really crucial emotional connection to the words themselves. And all of a sudden, grammar isn't just a set of dusty old rules. It's the living, breathing structure of a story you can actually sing along to. Okay, so our guide for this little adventure is the song Oh Cha Cha Cha. Now, for now, don't even worry about trying to understand every single word. That's not the point. The goal is just to listen, let the music guide us, and we'll start to unlock its secrets together.
La luna bacia il mare, lento va, un sogno dolce che mi sfiorerà. Le stelle cantano, sussurrano, parlano di te, parlano di noi. Oh, cia cia cia, balliamo ancora nel vento caldo di questa ora. Oh, cia cia cia, sotto il cielo blu. Un passo tuo, un passo mio, laggiù. La piazza suona un ritmo di follia, tra fiori e risa, che melodia. Un cuore batte, si perde un po'. Tu mi guardi e io non dico no. Tamburi che chiamano la notte, il mondo gira ma io fermo qui. Tra le tue mani non voglio altro, solo il tuo cia-cia, solo così. Oh cia-cia-cia, balliamo ancora nel vento caldo di questa ora. Oh cia-cia-cia, sotto il cielo blu. Un passo tuo, un passo mio. Il mare canta, la luna va, un bacio dolce e poi chissà. Oh cia cia cia, la notte è nostra, balliamo blu finché si può. Laggiù.
All right, let's start decoding, shall we? The very first verse immediately gives us the absolute fundamentals of Italian. We're talking about how to say the and how the song describes what the stars are doing. So the verse opens with two really key nouns. And just like that, they teach us a core rule about gender in Italian. Yeah, you heard that right, gender. See, every noun is either masculine or feminine. And that actually changes the little words that go around it. It's a super simple but absolutely fundamental rule. Just like the song tells us, it's la luna, that la is for the feminine moon, and it's in mare, in for the masculine sea. So in Italian, that little article va, it has to match the noun's gender, every single time. Okay, now let's put that rule to the test. A little later in the song, you're going to hear the phrase vento caldo, which means warm wind. So based on what we just learned, what do you think the correct article for vento is? Yes, it's il vento. You got it. See, just by listening to the song, you've already started to pick up a key grammar rule, and you didn't even have to open a textbook. How cool is that? Okay, the song gets really poetic here. It starts describing what the stars are up to. And right there, in all that beautiful poetry, we find our next big grammar clue. Verbs. Okay, do you see the pattern here? Look at these verbs. Cantano, sussurrano, parlano. They all end in ano. That ending is a huge clue in Italian. Whenever you see it, it means the subject is they. So the stars sing, cantano. They whisper, sussurrano. And they speak, parlano. All right, moving on to the chorus. This is where the lyrics start painting a much more vivid picture. And to do that, the song needs two new tools from its toolbox. Adjectives to describe things, and prepositions to tell us where everything is. And this brings us to a really important concept in Italian called agonismo. Agreement. And honestly, it's simpler than it sounds. You can think of it like this. Adjectives have to wear a matching outfit with the noun they're describing. So if the noun is masculine, guess what? The adjective has to be masculine too. And we see this perfectly with vento caldo, warm wind. Vento caldo. Vento is masculine, so the adjective is caldo. Easy enough. But of course, Italian just loves its little exceptions to keep us on our toes. The word for blue, blu, is a total rebel. It always stays the same no matter what noun it's with. Italian also loves to be super efficient, which I appreciate. Instead of saying two separate words, in il vento, for in the wind, the language just mashes them together into one, ne. Pretty good, right? Then you have the more straightforward sotto il cielo, which just means under the sky. Okay, let's dive into the bridge. This is where things get a little more complex, a little more personal. The perspective actually shifts away from the stars and the sea, and we start hearing about the singer's own feelings. Okay, get ready because you are going to see this word, che, everywhere in Italian. It is a super powerful connector word. It can mean that, or who, or which. In the song, we hear drums that call the night. Che is the little word that links those two ideas together. It's so useful. Now, this is really interesting. Notice the huge shift in perspective here. In the verse, everything was kind of happening around the singer. You know, they speak, it goes. But here in the bridge, the singer takes control, and the verbs change to the first person. Voglio, I want, and fermo, I stop. The bridge also gives us these beautiful, really common expressions that are just packed with emotion. Take e poi chissà, and then who knows? It adds this wonderful sense of uncertainty and possibility, and it's something you hear all the time in Italian songs and just everyday conversation. All right, so we've pulled all this grammar out of just one song, but how do you actually make it stick? Well, here's a simple little practice plan to turn what you just learned into knowledge that lasts. Okay, this 4-step process is basically your path to mastery. First, listen. Then, read along. And definitely sing along. That part is key. It activates different parts of your brain. And then go back and actively try to find the grammar we talked about. This is really how you make the language yours. Okay, let's do a quick check on that connector word we just learned. How would you fill in the blank here to say, the music that I listen to is Italian? The answer, of course, is che. La musica che ascolto è italiana. See? Perfect. So let's recap. Today we've decoded masculine and feminine articles, different verb endings for they and I, and even how adjectives have to match their nouns, all by just following the simple structure of a single song. It turns out a piece of music can be a perfectly organized grammar lesson in disguise. I mean, we've seen just how much grammar and vocabulary can be packed into 3 minutes of music, right? This method unlocks a completely new and honestly a much more fun way to learn. So that really leaves just one question for you. What song will you choose to decode for your next lesson?